Hello, beautiful souls. How are you feeling today? I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today, we are going to look at what habit needs to change for your highest good. Because I believe that we all carry some habits within ourselves, the way we do things, how we go about our life on a daily basis. And let's see what will the Spirit bring for you, for your highest good, something that needs to change. Of course, only if you are open to change those habits which are not serving you. So as you can see, I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile 1, is going to be 4 of Cups. Pile 2, Knight of Wands. And pile 3, it's a High Priestess. So choose your pile and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here today with me. So I am so happy that where I am, we have a spring right now, and that means I can do my readings outside, and I was really looking forward for that. I love all seasons, but there is something so special about spring. I wonder which season do you love the best? If you would like to share with me in the comment section. So I just feel more connected, more in tune. There's so many messages when I am in the nature, so it's just more special to deliver this reading for you. So let's get into your cards. So you chose 4 of Cups. Next we have Truth. And straight away I felt this message for you, pile 1, that sometimes you really doubt your intuition. It's like you feel it, you sense it, but after that you go into this thinking mode. You start thinking, you start maybe rethinking, and you lose your intuition. So I feel that straight away there is this message for you from your spirit guides that it's so important that you would not go into this thinking mode. Trust your feelings, trust what you sense, because so many things are hidden, so many things cannot be figured out with your mind, with your rational mind. So when you sense something, when you feel it, do not go into overthinking. Trust that, because you know that your intuition is very powerful tool. Many times the truth is right in front of you, but you still doubt it. You still go into this thinking mode. I feel that sometimes you get attached too much. The way you feel is like if you start feeling that something is missing in your life. There is something that you don't have. Maybe sometimes you go, you get, how can I say, you get addicted into feeling this way. And maybe it's hard to change the way you feel about your situation. So remember that the truth is always right in front of you, especially this is what I feel in this card. But you have to even face your ego self, because your ego self could also be triggering. It could also be like an obstacle sometimes. But when you observe your own energy, when you change the way you feel, because sometimes your feelings could be, they're not telling the truth. It's important to ground your energy. It's important to really be in that stillness. Remember that you always hold your intuition within you for the rest of your life. And it's important to strengthen your intuition, to develop your intuition. Maybe there is a question for you to ask yourself: where do you stay more, in your head or in your feelings? Because if you stay too much in your mind, that's not gonna serve your highest good. But if you're gonna find that beautiful balance between your mind and your feelings, you will always see the truth. You will not longer stay in those situations for long. You will always know how to remove yourself, how to come back to the center of your heart. And next we have observe, which is the Hanged Man. Yes, exactly. This is what you're being guided to do. Do you observe your own energy every single day? Because there is a higher perspective of every situation, of everything what happens to you in your life. There's always a higher perspective. When you are in this Hanged Man position, when you feel stuck, when you don't know what is the right thing for you to do, always remember that there is a higher perspective of any situation, and you can always come back to the center of your heart. So if you have this habit where you always, not always, but where you sometimes feel that, oh, that is missing in my life, then you go to the next thing, then you go to the next thing. But remember, if you can't be grateful for what you have, if you can't find joy in the present moment, if you can't be centered in your heart, you will always be unsatisfied. Even if you get this thing, then you go to another thing. When you get another thing, you will only please your ego. So be aware when your ego is speaking to you, your mind is speaking to you. But when you stay centered in your heart, everything becomes so crystal clear. You find that balance within yourself, that stillness. And remember, when you stay centered in your heart, even in those difficult situations, suddenly there is like epiphany. Suddenly you start to see the truth. You see a higher perspective of your situation. So be aware when you are doing that to yourself, when you're not listening to your intuition, when you're listening to your mind. Always remember to come back to that beautiful center of your heart. So grounding is extremely important for you, pile 1, because when you're not grounded, that's when you start overthinking. That's when you start to feel confused, or you feel that there are so many things you don't have in your life. So connect with nature. Every day, make sure that you give yourself some time, spend some time alone. Even if you're having a very busy day, maybe some of you do work long hours, maybe you don't have much time for yourself. I feel that it could be for somebody. You can still meditate, you can still spend maybe 10-15 minutes outside, where you empty your mind, where you connect to that beautiful center of your heart, and you will see how your day will change. I just saw numbers 1111. So you're being guided to commit to this spiritual practice. I know it sounds so easy, but sometimes it's hard to even encourage yourself to do that, especially if you have so many things to do, so many responsibilities, if you have family, if you have children. But always remember that clarity comes when you are centered in your heart. Yes, we do have to take some rational decisions which come from our mind as well sometimes. But if you're living in your head, if you don't have that balance, you will always feel that something is missing in your life. You will not be grateful. You will not feel whole. You will not feel that the universe is always guiding you, is always providing for you. And I feel that you will connect more to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, especially if you feel that you want to feel more guided on your path. You want to build that stronger connection to the universe. Always remember where your roots are. It's in the nature. It's in that quietness. When you watch the trees, when you watch the birds, when everything feels connected, every little detail, and you feel calm, you feel peace. This is where your intuition starts to speak to you even louder. So always remember that the truth is always in front of you. But sometimes you might not see it. Sometimes you might doubt your intuition. Commit to your spiritual practices. Focus only on the things which are the most important to you, pile 1. And I believe you want to live from your heart. You want to feel grateful. You want to feel happy. You want to be open to the universe. You want to be open to those beautiful blessings that the universe wants to give it to you. But when your energy is not balanced, it's so more difficult for the universe to deliver those blessings to you. Because always remember that your energy is like a compass. It's showing you how you feel, is showing you what you're gonna attract. So that was your reading, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm sending you my love. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and I'm so grateful to have you here today with me. So, straight away, I started to sense something unique about you, Pile 2. I feel that you feel being guided by the universe. Maybe some of you are seeing repeating numbers every single day, and those numbers, they always give you so much information. Any sign, maybe you find feathers, maybe there is so many signs and messages that you receive from the universe. It could be even through music, especially if you are a very artistic, musical soul. So you always know where is this message. And with the Knight of Wands, I feel that fiery, passionate energy about you. And those signs from the universe, they are always inspiring you, they're always guiding you to change things, to follow those whispers of your intuition. So I feel that you hold a strong connection to the universe. You hold a strong connection to your desires. You know who you are, you know what you want, and you know how to get it. Maybe you have some fire placements in your chart, like Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. You don't have to be, but you're very optimistic. You're always on the go. You always want to explore life, and you want to create your best life. This is what I feel about you, Pile 2. So next we have beauty. Straight away there is this message for you, Pile 2. I feel that some of you might struggle to fully love yourself, to fully love the way you look, the way you are, but you can easily love other people. It's like when you see a stranger, when you see somebody else, you always see that beauty, you see them being special. But when it comes to yourself, maybe you hold this habit, and maybe you have a tendency to judge yourself. Like it's hard for you to accept yourself, to love yourself fully. And your spirit guides want to remind you that every single day when you wake up, tell yourself, I love you, I am whole, I am beautiful. You can use any affirmations. It's, of course, only if you feel that affirmations help you. But I personally think that when you create your own affirmations, it holds so much more power. So remember that you can always change those negative thoughts. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if you have this habit, if you find it hard to see yourself, to love yourself fully, just remember that we all have that sometimes, but you can always change this talk. Do not trust the mirror, what the mirror shows you. Go inwards, because that's where the beauty lies. When you feel, for example, when you dress up, when you feel the clothes, you feel beautiful, right? How they touch the skin. When you feel your own hair, when you go and get a haircut, maybe some of you, maybe you need a new haircut, and that could make you feel more fresh. Just remember, it's more about the feeling. It's more about feeling whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. And there's nothing that you need to do. You only need to feel that, to change those thoughts, especially if you sometimes think about yourself this way. So let's see. Next we have daydreams and decisions. We also have priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So straight away, I feel there is this message for you, pile 2. And we have a 9 of cups. So what needs to change for you, pile 2? Maybe sometimes, like I said before, if you had those fire placements in your chart, you don't have to, but because you are so optimistic, because you are always on the go, you always had that, you are driven, but at the same time, maybe there is many situations where you feel called to do something, like there's this inspiration that comes very suddenly, very quickly to you, but you don't do it, like you just forget this idea. And the spirit is calling you to go deep into this self-reflection. Maybe there is any area of your life where you could use your masculine energy more, where you could be more decisive. Like maybe sometimes you make a choice, you decide, you think you decided, but you keep going back and forth and you don't do it. You don't use your leadership, your masculine energy. Because with the 9 of Cups, I feel that one of your big wishes is going to come true for you only if you are being honest with yourself. Are you putting enough effort? Are you really going after this? Which area of your life needs more of your decisiveness, more of action? So many things we have to do it alone. And I feel that some things are very uncomfortable to do it alone, but you're being guided to take a close look at your life and ask yourself, where do I need to be more initiative? Where do I need to step up and lead? Because I hold this power. My dreams and my goals can come true for me only if I'm being honest with myself. Only if I go after them. Like I said, I feel strongly that maybe there is some cases where you get so many ideas, so many inspirations, but at the same time, they leave you quickly as well, only because you don't follow the plan. Maybe sometimes it's hard for you to put it into action, your ideas. But remember that once you make a clear choice, that this is what you want to do, you will be able to follow, you will be able to do that one step at a time after another one, and you will get closer and closer for this big wish fulfillment. So just think about your life. What is it that you really want? Are you being indecisive somewhere, some area of your life? And I feel that maybe whenever you find feathers, if you do find feathers, this is like a message for you from Spirit that it is time for you to put that idea into action, whatever you are thinking about. Other times, of course, it's a confirmation from Spirit that you are on the right path. You know, like when sometimes you are really feeling good, you are so connected to the universe, you are so centered in your heart, and you are walking outside and suddenly you find a feather, and you just feel that this was your confirmation that you're on the right path. So of course, always listen to your intuition. It depends on that situation, how you feel. Let me see if there is anything else for you, pile 2. So I feel that for you, pile 2, it is a lot to do with your confidence and your self-worth. You have to believe yourself. You have to believe in you. You have to change that limiting self-talk, especially if you struggle to believe that you deserve to receive those big wishes. I feel that every single day you should be aware of how you speak to yourself. Because if you feel good about yourself, if you feel that you are lucky, if you feel you are abundant, if you feel that you deserve all those beautiful blessings, you will always go after the things which are important to you. You will put that effort, you will be initiative. But if you don't fully believe in yourself, you will always find excuses not to do it. Especially, I feel that for some of you, the universe might even test you that you are meant to go solo, you're meant to do something alone. And it is not an easy journey, but maybe there will be like a big test from the universe for you, because there will be times when you will feel like you want to give up, only because you will not believe that you can be successful. So it is only like a test for you from the universe to show you your own beliefs about yourself. So do not give up. Do not stop halfway, because you truly meant to receive this one of your big wishes, maybe even more. Remember who you are. Remember what you deserve. Remember that the hard work, the effort, the diligence is what will serve you the best. You don't have to drain yourself, but you are your own boss. You can organize every single day, organize your time, how you do it. You can still be gentle, you can still go slowly, but at the same time, you know that you are moving towards this big wish fulfillment. You know that you are moving towards only those things which matter to you the most. Remember that you are your own leader. You came into this life to fulfill your desires, to become your best version of yourself. So how can you step up and lead? Which area of your life needs more attention? Maybe you spend some time in activities which are not helping you to get to where you want to be. So always be mindful. So that was your reading, pile 2. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm sending you my love. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. I'm very grateful to have you here today with me. Thank you so much for being here. So you chose this high priestess. Let's see what needs to change for your highest good. Maybe one of your habits, something that is not serving you. Let's see. So next we have Mentakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So straight away I feel this message for you, pile 3. I sense that you are somebody who is very intuitive, very wise. You could be an old soul, and your intuition is speaking to you very clearly. Some of you are a water sign. You don't have to be, but you might have some water placements in your chart. And I feel that you are here in this lifetime with a very special, important mission. Like you might be called to do something in specific. That is your soul's calling. A very unique path for some of you. So I sense that because you could have those water placements in your chart, maybe sometimes it's hard for you to find this place, to find people who would feel like soul family. You are longing for this home. And there is this message for you, pile 3, that believe me or not, but you can find home everywhere you go. Only if you stay grounded. Only if you allow yourself to feel this oneness and stillness anywhere you are, anywhere you go. Yes, because you are a water sign, or you have those water placements in your chart, that makes you very intuitive, that makes you very sensitive, emotional. But sometimes you do not need to react to your emotions, because you could feel something very suddenly, could be like a very intense emotion, and that doesn't mean you need to react. For example, maybe you are somewhere with people, with some people, and maybe you do not resonate with them, and suddenly you start to get this emotion. Maybe you want to tell something because of this emotion, but then your intuition is telling you, no, don't do that. You don't need to react. So I feel that for some of you who chose this pile, it's important to build this habit of awareness when you need to act and when you shouldn't act because of how you feel. Remember that you're very intuitive, and you will just know when it's your ego wanting you to react, or is this really what you need to do, what you should do. For example, sometimes we really have to bring justice to be right, and suddenly it could be like a sudden movement, sudden situation where you didn't even reflect on that. You just felt like you have to speak to this person, to tell them your truth. But after you done it, because it happened so fast, you realized, wow, actually I've done the right thing. So it was that intuitive feeling that you had to speak your truth. But there is other times when you really don't need to react to other people, when you need to be wise. And I see that you are a very wise soul, but like I say, sometimes maybe your feelings could be overwhelming, and that's why it's important to ground your energy. I feel that being in the nature, being next to water is very healing, it's very grounding for you. And remember that home is within you. And when you choose to feel like home within you, You find home everywhere you go, even in the most chaotic places. Of course, I'm not saying you need to be surrounded by people who don't match your energy, but I believe you're very intuitive and you know when something is not unhealthy, and it is time for you to remove yourself from those people, from those situations. So I feel that was this message for some of you. Let's see, next we have tell your story. We have rebuild, which is the tower. I also feel there is a message for you, pile 3, that maybe sometimes you feel that you are growing every single day, and you have grown so much, and you're not the same person as you used to be. But sometimes you feel that your old self, like you are behaving in a way you used to behave, like your old self suddenly shows up, and maybe you feel confused because this is not me, this is not how I used to be, why am I acting this way? Don't be hard on yourself, because it happens sometimes. Just remember that it could be coming from your subconscious mind. We store so many habits, so many fears, so many limiting beliefs there in our subconscious mind. So just remind yourself that it is okay. All I have to do is to bring myself into this present moment and tell myself that I am just a human being like everybody else, and I make mistakes like everybody else. So I feel that maybe some of you are being so hard on yourself sometimes. Like you judge yourself, like you don't want to make mistakes because you are such a sensitive soul. And I really feel that about you, that it might be hard for you to change this story, the way you speak to yourself. Like some of you could be very perfectionist. But remember, when you look at the child, they're so carefree, they're just playing, they're just being here and now. And remind yourself that it is okay to make mistakes. Nothing needs to be perfect. Even when I make those videos many times, I feel like, oh no, I want them to be in a certain way. That means I am a perfectionist, and sometimes things go wrong way. Not the way you expected, but it doesn't mean that you're not good. So I feel that even me, I am being tested, and just an example that I have to really be aware of how I see myself, how I speak to myself. So I see for you, pile 3, there is this strong message coming in that do not be so hard on yourself. You are growing, you are evolving every single day. You are ever evolving. Remember, you are the soul in this physical body, and it is an experience. It is a human experience, and it is never easy to be a human being. I feel many times it would be much more easy to be like a bird, to be an animal. But the human beings are complicated natures. So do not be so hard on yourself, and remember that it is okay to make mistakes, because you can always stand up and change that. Whatever didn't work, you can always change whatever is not working for you. So be proud of yourself that you see those mistakes, you see what went wrong, where other people would not even think about it. They will There are some people who never think. They would rather blame other people. They would rather not go that deep into this self-reflection. So be proud of who you are. Next we have the ever unfolding rose cracked open is happening for you, not to you. Yes, I feel that self-love, self-acceptance, to be gentle with yourself, it's coming so strongly in your reading. And I feel that in every situation that is happening to you, always remind yourself that your life is always happening to you. It is for your growth. It is for your healing. It is to show you that you are this love. You are always connected to the universe, and you are here to learn. You are here to love yourself. When something is not going right, when you feel that your day was such a bad one, always come back to yourself and tell yourself that it is okay, because every day is a different day, and I am always being loved no matter what. The next day will always be better if today is not as I expected, as I wanted. I feel that for some of you, you had many relationships, maybe many friendships where it was all a test from the universe. It was giving you some hard lessons to show you that you need to love yourself more, like other people were like the mirror for self-reflection. And maybe some of you, you carry this belief within you that maybe you're not gonna meet those people who will be like equal give and take, only because what happened to you in the past experiences. Always remember that as long as you learned your lesson, as long as you know that those people were just to show you that you need to love yourself more, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen again. You will attract your soul family. You will attract those healthy, balanced friendships, relationships, which will serve your highest good. So everything is happening for you, for your highest good. I feel that many of you who chose this pile, you are destined to meet your soulmate, somebody who's very, how can I say, it will be a very balanced, healthy relationship, because you have done so much healing. You're being focused on yourself. You are living your best life every single day, where you are looking after yourself. So of course you are going to meet this special person who will match with your energy. So I feel that this message was for somebody out there. Next we have connection is necessary. Always remember that everything is connected, and when you go deep into this connection to the universe, when you stay centered in your heart, everything starts to make sense. It always does. So always remember that everything is connected. Every little piece is giving you some information when you look at your situation as the whole picture. I feel that some of you, sometimes you look into the details, but you forget the whole picture. It's like you have this habit when some details bring your attention and you forget the whole picture, like what is important. So always remember that the mind is so limited. When you feel you are being in your head, bring yourself back into this present moment, and you will see how everything is whole, how everything is connected. And next we have justice. So I feel that for you, pile 3, it's very important to live your own life in your own unique truth, to stay true to yourself, because your spirit guides have this message for you. We admire your courage, and that's why we are here to protect you. You are safe to follow your own truth. And it's only because I feel that you are such a unique soul. You are an old soul. You're such an intuitive, wise soul. And you might find it hard to find your soul family, to find people who are strange like you. I don't mean strange in a bad way, but strange as somebody who's just very unique, with very unique truths, a very unique way of living your life. So remember that when you walk on your path, you will meet many people who don't match with your beliefs, with your truths. So always listen to your intuition, because so many people are not meant to walk with you. Your own truth matters the most, because I really feel that you're here for a very special, important mission. At least that feels special and important to you. And not everybody will understand, because you are here. You have strong beliefs. You fight for justice. You fight for the truth. And the universe loves you for being yourself. And when you fight for the truth, when you do what you love, when you stay true to yourself, the universe will always want to reward you. The universe will always send you signs and messages that you are on the right path. So I feel that for many of you who chose this pile, you have changed a lot. I would say you have changed immensely, and your old self is leaving you. You are transforming. You have experienced so many different things in your life that gave you so much wisdom, so much new insights. And because we have the Tower in your reading, so many things are falling away. Maybe you had some painful experiences where some people, situations had to leave your life, and it was not easy to let it go. But that's how it feels when the tower is falling, when the old energy is leaving your life. So the old self is your past, but your new self, you're being encouraged, you're being guided to always stay true to yourself, because you're not here to settle for less. And remember that your spirit guides admire your courage, and they're always here to protect you. So keep on following your own truth. Keep on finding this wholeness, this home, this beautiful home within yourself. When you do that, the outside reflects back to you. The people reflects this truth, because you are living in this truth. But if you are living in anxiety, if you are living in doubt, if you are living in the mindset of separation, where you believe that we all are separate, but we are one. Everything is one. Everything is connected. So always remember that you are here to stay true to yourself. You are here to build this sacred connection to the universe. You are here to listen to your higher self. Your higher self always knows what feels right, what isn't. So that was your reading, Pile Free. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.